10 accidental discoveries that changed the world. The course of human evolution has been punctuated by a long succession of chance discoveries and accidental inventions, and in fact, experts estimate that between 30 and 50% of all scientific discoveries are in some way accidental. The ability to swiftly recognize the utility in something unexpected is one of the profound things that set us apart from other animals. Whether that's a good thing or not remains to be seen. Some serendipitous discoveries have spawned such staggering success that they've become a bit unwieldy. If you're new here, welcome. Please do also subscribe to this channel and turn on post notification so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent videos. From Penicillin and Anastasia to Saccharine and silly Putty, chance played a major role in some of the world's great inventions. Some things weren't meant to be, but in the end turned about to be something great. Watch on to learn about these happy accidents that were first discovered. Number 1. Penicillin by Alexander Fleming, 1928. Penicillins are a group of antibiotics originally obtained from penicillium molds, principally P. chrysogenum and P. robins. Most penicillins in clinical use are chemically synthesized from naturally produced penicillins. Halfway through an experiment with bacteria, Alexander Fleming up and went on vacation. Slob that he was, he left a dirty petri dish in the lab sink. When he got back, he found bacteria had grown all over the plate, except in the area where mold had formed. That discovery led to two things: 1. Penicillin, and 2. Mrs. Fleming hiring a maid. Number 2. Anastasia, Horace Wells, 1844. Anesthesia is a state of controlled temporary loss of sensation or awareness that is induced for medical purposes. It may include some or all of analgesia, paralysis, amnesia, and unconsciousness. A patient under the effect of anesthetic drugs is referred to as being anesthetized. In its salad days, nitrous oxide was strictly a party toy, since it made people howl like hyenas. But a friend of the dentist took too much of the stuff at a laughing gas stage show and gashed his leg. The friend hadn't realized he had hurt himself. As a result, nitrous oxide became an early form of anesthesia. Number 3. Saccharine, Konstantin Fahlberg and Ira Remsen, 1879. Saccharine is an artificial sweetener with effectively no food energy. It is about 300 to 400 times as sweet as sucrose, but has a bitter or metallic aftertaste, especially at high concentrations. Saccharine is used to sweeten products as drinks, candies, cookies, and medicines. After spending the day studying coal tar derivatives, Fahlberg left his Johns Hopkins laboratory and went to dinner. Something he ate tasted particularly sweet, which he traced to a chemical compound he had spilled on his hand. Best of all, it turned out to be calorie-free. As a result, he cut Remsen and the university out of millions of dollars when he secretly patented the breakthrough discovery, Saccharine. Number 4. The microwave, Percy Spencer, 1946. A microwave oven, commonly referred to as a microwave, is an electric oven that heats and cooks food by exposing it to electromagnetic radiation in the microwave frequency range. This induces polar molecules in the food to rotate and produce thermal energy in a process known as dielectric heating. With the end of World War II, the Raytheon engineer was looking for other uses for the magnetron, which generated the microwaves for radar systems. While Spencer was standing next to the device one day, a chocolate bar in his pocket melted. The magnetron worked even better on popcorn. As a result, Orville Roddenberry became very rich. Number 5. Viagra, scientist at Pfizer, 1992. Sildenafil, sold under the brand name Viagra among others, is a medication used to treat erectile dysfunction and pulmonary artery hypertension. It is unclear if it is effective for treating sexual dysfunction in women. It is taken by mouth or injection into a vein. A Welsh hamlet was ground zero for a test on a pill to fight angina. Unfortunately for the afflicted, it had little success against the disease. Though it didn't work, the men taking part in the study refused to give up on their medicine. As a result, the scientists switched gears and marketed the drug Viagra for a very different purpose. Number 6. Chewing gum. Thomas Adams, 1870. Chewing gum is a soft, cohesive substance designed in order to be chewed without being swallowed. Modern chewing gum is composed of gum-based sweeteners, softeners, and plasticizers, flavors, colors, and typically a hard or powdered polyol coating. Thomas Adams was experimenting with chicle, the sap from a South American tree, as a substitute for rubber. After mounting failures, the dejected inventor popped a piece into his mouth, and he liked it. As a result, Adams' New York No. 1 became the first mass-produced chewing gum in the world. Number 7. Silly Putty. James Wright, 1943. Silly Putty is a toy based on silicone polymers that have unusual physical properties. It bounces, but it breaks when given up a shallow blow, and it can also flow like a liquid. During the war years, the General Electric engineer combined silicone oil and boric acid in an attempt to find a cheap alternative to rubber for tank treads, boots, and etc. It didn't work. But the scientist had a blast bouncing and stretching his mistake when they weren't using it to transfer comics onto paper. As a result, kids had a blast playing with the silly putty too. Number 8. Botox. Anastasia and Jean Carruthers, 1987. Botulinum toxin is a neurotoxic protein produced by the bacterium Clostridium botulinum and related species. It prevents the release of the neurotransmitter acetylcholine from axon endings at the neuromuscular junction, thus causing flaccid paralysis. The toxin causes the disease botulism. Anastasia and Jean Carruthers were using small doses of a deadly toxin to treat crossed eyes, eyelid spasms, and other eye muscle disorders when they noticed an interesting side effect. They discovered that wrinkles magically disappeared. As a result, the expressionless face became the it look thanks to Botox. Number 9. Brandy. A Dutch shipmaster, 16th century. A brandy is a liquor produced by distilling wine. Brandy generally contains 35 to 60% alcohol by volume, 70 to 120 US proof, and is typically consumed as an after-dinner digestive. Some brandies are aged in wooden casks. Dutch shipmaster used to heat to concentrate wine in order to make it easier to transport, with the idea of adding water to reconstitute it when he arrived. He discovered that concentrated wine is better than watered-down wine. As a result, burnt wine or brandweijn in Dutch became a big hit. Call it brandy, since after a few drinks of the stuff, there's no way you can pronounce brandweijn so a bartender can understand what you're ordering. Number 10. Mauve. William Perkin, 1856. Mauve is a pale purple color named after the mallow flower. The first use of the word mauve as a color was in 1796-98, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, but its use seems to have been rare before 1859. Another name for the color is mallow, with the first recorded use of mallow as a color name in English in 1611. Mauve contains more gray and bluer than the pale tint of magenta. Many pale white flowers called blue are actually mauve. Mauve is always sometimes described as pale violet. William Perkin was so intent on discovering a cure for one of the deadliest diseases in the world, malaria. While trying to replicate the malaria fighter quinine in his laboratory, Perkin inadvertently discovered the color mauve instead. As a result, Perkin forgot about malaria and made a means establishing the synthetic dye industry. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, drop a comment below, share with your friends, and turn on post notification so you don't get to miss out on any of our subsequent videos.